Yes, hello. My name is Dana Abercrombie from the Coalition. Sorry about that. Uh,
No worries.
Thank you so much for speaking with me, Hassan.
Hi.
It Congratulations and welcome on to the morning show. I loved absolutely your character. You come across as a very charismatic person. You play Eric. I was wondering, what we don't really know is whether or not do you feel that he is a company man or is he someone who is extremely career driven, especially in the atmosphere of the UBA?
I think much like every character at the morning show and every character that works in television news media,
Mhm,
yes, he has a commitment to the truth, but most importantly, he has a commitment to himself. So Eric is out here trying to get his, and just like everybody else at the morning show, Bradley's trying to get hers.
mhm.
Alex is trying to get hers. Corey's trying to do his thing. Everybody has something to prove for themselves. And so Eric is definitely trying to get his. It's about Eric before UBA or anyone else. The tricky thing is that all these characters are trying to show the best version of themselves in order to get what they want.
Right. So because you're trying to show the best version of yourself, would you say that there is something that later on, it maybe in Eric's life, he's something he's trying to hide or he doesn't want to be shown?
Totally. I think that's totally reasonable to think. I think
Mhm.
when Eric joins the show, as you know, in season one, there's a huge shakeup at UBA and at the morning show. Alex Levy leaves the show and Eric comes in to co-host the morning show with Bradley Jackson. And Bradley and Alex are not happy about it. But for anybody to come in and be the co-host of the morning show, that means they had to be really impressive and impress a lot of people along the way. If anybody's worked in news media, you know that those roles are really coveted and very competitive. And so, yeah, I'm sure he has secrets.
Now, you famously hosted a show your own self. Do you see some type of parallel between you and Eric?
I think the biggest parallel is probably the amount of coffee that we consume and the fact that both of us can read a teleprompter very well.
Very wonderful. And what do you think behind the scenes? What do you think Eric really thinks about working at UBA? Is it something that you think he strives to go to another network, or is he comfortable with the relationship that he has there?
I think in season two, you definitely see Eric is having interactions both with Bradley and Alex, and he is really, in season 2 especially, I have a scene with Jennifer Aniston, who plays Alex Levy, and we really go at it, and there's some moments where Eric is like, "What is up with my coworkers?" And so, I think I think if Eric had the opportunity, to switch networks, perhaps he just might.
And lastly, if Eric never worked for UBA, would he subscribe to UBA Plus?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he'd save the money, and he'd keep it moving, and he would only do it if it was gifted to him.
Okay. Do you when you look at Eric, do you find any of his best or what would you say would be his best and his worst qualities?
Oh, wow. What do you think are Eric's best qualities?
I like the fact that he's very career driven. However, I don't know whether or not that can blind him to the realities of what's really going on.
Okay. What don't you like about him? What do you hate about him?
I don't hate Eric. I really don't. I love everything that, that he's portrayed on screen, but I would just love
Okay.
to know what's going on behind.
That's deep. I think that's really deep. I think that's too deep for a press junket.
Okay, understandably. Understand. Thank you so much for speaking with me though.
Thank you.
No problem.